This is Lorna Takehara Strand, Chair of Oahu Democrats, and I'm with Dr. Lori Goeas, who is running for the House of Representatives from District 42. Aloha and welcome, Lori, and tell us about where you were born and your childhood ohana.
Yes. Thank you, Lorna. Thank you for having me. And I wanted to thank the OCC for this opportunity to meet my fellow Democrats. I was born here on Oahu. I was born in Tripler Hospital. My father served in the military. However, I was raised in a single parent household by my mother and with the help of my maternal grandparents. I have 3 siblings and countless of cousins. I was raised in a small plantation town on the North Shore of Oahu called Kahuku. And both of my sets of grandparents worked in the plantation, and with the exception of my maternal grandmother, who was an educator. And most of us living in Kahuku are 2nd, 3rd, even 4th generation plantation families. And so when people ask me, how does a doctor relate to the working class, I tell them, I come from a working class family. I come from a community of working class. I know what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck. I've seen my grandfather come home repeatedly, still sweaty, and I know what it's like to hold his hands that are dirty and calloused from his labor. I've seen my mom, I've watched my mom and know the hardships of being a single parent and how important community is in raising our children. I've been surrounded by some of the hardest working individuals I know growing up, and they get up, they go to work, they sweat, they sacrifice, they persevere, all with keeping a smile on their faces. And, it's because of their grind and grit that a little girl in Kahuku was able to dream big. And they encouraged me to dream more for myself, for them, as well as our community. So I'm so grateful for those humble beginnings.
And where do you live now? And who's part of your adult life, ohana?
My husband and I, we call Kapolei home. We've called Kapolei home for the past 22 years.
And tell us about someone who's your personal hero, who keeps you moving forward every day.
Absolutely. My grandmother remains my hero. And I'm a 3rd generation educator. I followed my grandmother's footsteps. And I'm trying not to get emotional about this. I lost my grandmother in 2020.
Oh.
And gosh, I wish more people could have met her. She embraced the ideals of democracy, of equality for all, for self-determination, individual liberties. And so I am so blessed and such a better person because of her. And I'm so proud to live her legacy.
What has been some defining moments that helped to shape you as a Democrat?
There's been so many experiences that have shaped me and that have helped shape my values that are aligned to the Democratic Party. I think about my grandparents and hearing their stories of migrating to Hawai'i for a better life. I think about being a friend to who's been ostracized for being gay and being ostracized by his own family. I think about my student who's been bullied for her disability, for the graduating high school student that can't afford college and who aspires for more but just can't afford it. I think about the single parents that I've met canvassing and how they too just cannot get ahead. I also think about the 36 individuals that I met and served this morning, the homeless on the streets of Kapolei. And these, unfortunately, are experiences that we still that's still being experienced. And so these are experiences that have aligned my values with the Democratic Party.
Time is up now, but I hope that you can tell us how volunteers can contact you if they want to volunteer.
Yes, they can visit our website at lorigoeas.com or email us directly at goeas@lorigoeas.com.
Wonderful. Good luck to you, Lori, and mahalo.
Thank you very much.